Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood. We're back in Morningwood, you know. Last time we left off, we finished up our current projects. The community college is I like that, okay. A knife was discovered, and it looked like everybody just scattered from the area. Of course, they haven't. They've just gone off to do their own little things in their own little places, you know. They're probably going to have those doobies we talked about over here. Maybe they'll head home, you know, play a bit of Cluedo. Because I'm sure there's some copies of Cluedo in here, you know? Like, it seems like an appropriate game to give a bunch of villagers like this, okay? It's not a cult. But while I was preparing to record, I had some problems, okay? My microphone is I think it's my cable. I think the cable has got a slightly loose connection in it. Possibly because I do move my microphone around a lot. I take it to other places and stuff, but it was doing a bit of distortion. So if the audio goes awry at any point during this video, I do apologise, okay? I'll do my best to make up for it, but let's forget about that. I was doing some planning, okay? I didn't want to bore you guys with planning out like where this road went and like making sure the measurements were right and stuff, so I threw the road layout down very quickly. This is going to be our slightly bigger family style houses, you know, where we've got like multiple rooms for people to live in, like a living room and a kitchen, shared bathroom and stuff. Possibly even like a little outdoor area, you know, like a little garden, so they can have like barbecues and shit. Have their friends over for like a bud, you know, a Budweiser, not the green. I mean, they could do that if they really want. Oh, of course, like drugs and alcohol are legal here. And I was pretty pleased with this layout. Okay, we got an even. The buildings aren't going to be square. These are just the plots, okay, that we're going to put the buildings and the gardens and stuff onto. So we can get a nice 7 houses down here. I reckon 3 people living in each house, possibly, like each with their own bedroom. I reckon we can get away with doing that. I don't know, we'll see. 3 people seems like a good number to me, because that's like a family then, you know? It's like a mum and a dad and a son, or something like that, you know? Maybe like 3 brothers living together, you know, after fighting like aliens that have attacked the planet, because tigers summoned them with like arcane magic, and then, you know, mimes everywhere, machine guns, explosions, just stuff like that. And I got to thinking, what we should really be doing today is protective custody. Okay, protective custard, they need somewhere to go, because they're taking up our precious cells right now. And honestly, I'd like to get them out of our precious cells, put them into here, make them a nice little safe space that they can live in. They can have a cult if they want. Honestly, the cult of protective custody, that's fine. If they want to do that's totally fine by me. That can be their jam. But I feel like that's going to be the ideal thing to do today. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, I want to get one more house down over here. And the reason I want to do that is because we can blatantly fit a house in just here. Okay, like, there we go. Look, see, 8x9. Almost exactly the same size as this one, just rotated slightly. Oh, and you know what? We can make it slightly bigger, look, because the houses need to be 1 apart, not 2 apart. So there we go. We've got an 8x10 house now. We're going to get another person in here. Because, I mean, why not, you know? We've got the space to do it. I did think about squeezing one in just here, you know, rather than squeezing one out. But I think we're going to do something different with this. Because, as you can see, we need to get a boiler up here. Because these 2 rooms don't have hot water in them. We've also got 2 rooms over here which don't actually have radiators full stop. That's my bad. I apologise for that, okay? I remembered to put the windows on. I forgot about the heating situation. So this radiator is going to go next to the sink. So that, you know, when you've been doing... A, it will help dry out the dishes, you know, because there'll be hot air circulating and all the rest of it. But B, when you've done with the dishes and the water's got all cold and your fingers are all wrinkly, you can just put them on a radiator, you know? Warm them up, toast them up a little bit. Get them nice and toasty again before you go back to doing whatever it is that you were doing before then. But we're going to put one in the corridor as well, because we don't want people freezing in our corridors. It's not the Morningwood way, okay? The Morningwood way is warm heating for everybody, windows for most people, and office chairs for fucking everybody, okay? I don't care what sensational TKO says, everyone is getting office chairs. I've decided. We're going to see how this goes. TKO is worried that the benches are faced the wrong way. I didn't know if that was a thing or not. We'll soon find out. Seeing as it's lunch, where did we put the office chairs? I can't remember. Were they in the canteen? Oh, they were. Okay, I guess we're not going to be able to see if, you know, the canteen up here is going to get used. Because at the moment, like, there aren't actually any permanent staff like positioned up here, because the staff who come into like the classrooms and stuff, they're all temporary, all right? They won't necessarily use the staff room. That's not what we did it for. It's for RP purposes, okay? And once we get some more buildings and stuff scattered around up here, then we will start to see staff coming into this place, and everything will be bright and merry, okay? Now, it looks like they've got the foundations down for this place already, which is kind of cool. We're going to put a door on. What we're going to do is we're going to build this place, and then we're going to head over and we're going to start planning out protective custard, okay? I'm going to try and keep an eye on my audio waveforms to make sure that nothing is dipping below the expected, shapes and patterns and stuff. Because honestly, after doing this for so long, like, I do recognise when a waveform of my recorded voice doesn't match what I'm expecting, if you know what I mean. I find it quite funny and like a little bit weird that you're possible to do that after, kind of editing your own voice on audio tracks, I guess you want to call it. I mean, I use Audacity, so it's whatever the hell they call them in that, like, tracks. I think they're tracks. But yeah, like, I just find it bizarre that your brain starts to recognise those patterns. I mean, that's what human brains are about, though, right? Patterns. Everything is about patterns with the human brain. Holy shit, I just realised. We've got the doors under, rooms under doors mod. We could put doors in all of these places, couldn't we? I don't think I want to. I don't even think I wanted to put this door here, personally. Get rid of this door. Somebody please come and get rid of this door. It's offending my eyes, okay? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Jim Bob Joe. That was a good job. For fuck's sake, he's left the door here. I can't believe that. What a son of a bitch. I tell him I can't stand to look at that door. It's making me sick. And what does he do? Takes the door off and then just leaves it in front of me. Okay, I've got a right mind to fire that guy. I won't, but I do feel like I should. It feels like it's possibly the right thing to do. But anyway, let's get a nice dark green carpet down here. We're going to put dark green carpet into the bathroom doorway as well, of course, because that is the Morningwood way. All right, the main room always has carpet underneath the doors. Because that's just how we do in the Morningwood, okay? But let's get some lights in this mother trucker, and then I honestly, it's been so long since I built these bedrooms. I can't remember what it was. Not the bedrooms, just the homes in general. That I can't actually remember the kind of stuff that we used to put in them. Okay, but we're definitely, this is like the double bookshelf brigade up here. Okay, they've got space for it, so we're just going to double bookshelf them to the nines. As many double bookshelves as we can possibly get up in this mother, which is actually like 2 double bookshelves. Technically 4 bookshelves, but 2 double bookshelves. So I don't think that's a bad number of double bookshelves, honestly. Let's kind of vaguely mimic what we did below, shall we? So we'll get the sofa in there, and we'll put the TV like next to a pot plant. Where's a nice pot plant? Let's get the nice pot plants. The Morningwood pot plant, the white potted pot plant. I think it's just our jam now, We've been using it for so long that any other pot plant would just seem weird, wouldn't it? I mean, honestly, we've got other pot plants, but we just dump those down willy-nilly. We don't pay attention to what we're doing with them. Shit, I haven't left much space for the radio, have I? Yeah, now Chill. Hi, Chill. Chill pointed out a very interesting fact, actually. And that was that when our power was out yesterday, the radios weren't actually flashing up the power outage symbol, which means that radios don't need power. I just thought that was kind of interesting, Like, I genuinely didn't realise that. It just seems like something that you could, you'd need power to run. I guess they could be using batteries. We did discuss that option, but then where do the batteries go? Like, why don't we see those batteries? Surely those batteries would be like a form of contraband or something like that. I don't know. I just, I feel like something, there's a piece of evidence lacking there. Okay, but maybe. We'll keep an eye out, Maybe we'll see them, like, switching out their batteries when we least expect it. I haven't done the bathroom, have I? I'm a bit of an idiot. I forgot to do the bathroom. There we go. Let's just put some pipes like that. Okay, and then for fuck's sake, cancel that one. Thank you. There we go. And yeah, we'll make sure we run some hot water pipes like that as well. I'm fairly sure that was because of the save game, unfortunately. It just caused a little bit of stuff. Fuck! What is wrong with me? I'm doing all of this wrong. Right, let's get these cables back down. Okay, we're going to get the cables running in there. We're going to get the cable running up there. Alright, now we need to get the bed back down. The bookshelf's there already, so that's okay. There we go. We need to get the bed back down there. Over here, we need to get a toilet in. Okay? It's going to go that way, so you can face the door and make sure there's no intruders, you know, about to burglarise you while you're taking a poop. Because nobody wants to be burglarised while they're taking a poop, do they? That's literally like the worst time you could possibly be burglarised. So yeah, we're going to get the sink installed next door, and I guess we just need the shower next, don't we? We don't need to put like a pot plant or anything like that. It's nice when we can get a pot plant in there, but it's not always a necessity. Okay, and last but not least, we need to mark this as a home. All right, make a house a home, because if you don't, oh, no, that is right, isn't it? I was thinking, oh no, we need that bit to be a lavatory, but we don't. We need that bit to be a home as well, because otherwise they don't use it. You know, especially not when they're in lockup or something like that, and they end up like, I don't know, having to cross their legs, like maybe peeing in the corner as well. I mean, we don't want them peeing in the corner. This is a nice place, okay? We spent a lot of money making sure that this place is kitted out and like has all the best kind of equipment and stuff. We don't want them just pissing in the corner. Right, that's like our worst nightmare. Has this? No, okay, it hasn't been installed. But there we go. So we've got a new home online. I don't think it's too bad. I think it fits in nicely with the rest of the scenery. We could probably get some trees and shit down up here. You know, like let's clear out that little patch for now, and then we'll get some new trees down so that we can. Can I? No, cancel that. I don't want to overwrite the path. That's the thing. I've done that before. I've done it plenty of times before, actually. But there we go. Yeah, we'll get rid of these trees, and we'll have a little think about what we're going to do with this area once the trees are gone and they've put all the new grass down and stuff. Because it's not big enough for a building. It's certainly not big enough. I mean, it might be big enough for a house, but I don't want to do that to somebody. You know? I mean, maybe we'll do that to somebody. Who knows? I mean, I guess if we built it right up to the water's edge, we could kind of have like one of the studio apartments, you know, where they've just got like the bathroom and then like the you know, like we did over here. These two. Like these two. We could do one of these. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But now that room is going to be online, we'll wait a little bit until it is online. We're going to come over here and have another look at protective custody. Okay? Now, first things first, protective custody has one very, very easy thing that we can do. We can actually protect these guys pretty nicely. Can we get a road gate on here, do you think? What do you reckon? Is there enough space for a road gate? Oh, there is, but it's not quite even. How do we feel about that? I don't know if I want to put that on there or not. I mean, honestly, I'd probably rather put like one of the heavy duty gates, and maybe have like a double gated system, if you know what I mean. I mean, I don't think we need a 2 grand gate, do we? Large size, 2 times solitary, 10 times solitary, 5 times standard strength. 1 time solitary strength. I think 5 times standard strength is probably fine, isn't it? And I want to put like an airlocking system, if you know what I mean. So like maybe the airlock could begin like down here, perhaps, and we could have like a guard patrolling, or like maybe halfway up. That's probably not a bad shout, is it? If we do it halfway up like that. So, okay, we're going to do it there, and we're going to do it there. I don't know. I just like the idea of having an airlock here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe maybe you like the idea of airlocks as well. I guess it's just because I like space, really. It's just going to be my obsession with space means that I like airlock systems. Okay, I apologise if my love of airlocks offends you. Okay, if you're trying to give up airlocks and like I'm hindering your process here, then honestly, like why do you want to give up airlocks? They're the fucking best. Okay, I've done airlocks for life. And, look at me. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with me whatsoever. A couple of ticks, maybe. There was that Tourette's incident. And, no, but honestly, I'm fine, you know. Tourette's isn't a laughing matter either. Just to point that one out. But, yeah, I'm totally fine. Oh, look. We probably need to, like, cut this area off. Okay? It's too easy for them to kind of pass stuff over the fence into protective custody. Maybe instead of a fence here, instead of this ugly, ugly fence that I absolutely hate because it just destroys, you know, the nature underneath it, maybe instead of that we could get a brick wall here instead. Alright, so it's like a little enclosed yard. It's absolutely fine. Like, they'll still kind of pass contraband over the wall to each other. It's just not going to be as easy for them, okay? And that, in my books, that's a win, okay? Because if it's easy, then they're definitely going to do it. If it's not easy, then 50% of the people aren't going to do it. Okay, that. I mean, I'm sure there's some science there. Like, 50% of the time, I'm right all the time, you know? But yeah, now, oh, look at this guy. I think he's gone and got himself stuck in here. Scott, what are you doing? What's he picking up? What do you think he's just picked up? Mobile phone? Maybe some booze? Maybe some drugs? Looks like we've got Scott Balthazar and Joshua Lauderman. Oh, look, you see? They're like brothers from another mother, you know? Like, they're very similar looking. One is smaller. You know what? I reckon they are brothers. Okay, I reckon they're stepbrothers. You got one who's big and bulky and one who's little. All right, and they both come from the same mum. They've inherited their mother's beard, of course, because that's why they've got the same beard. And it looks like they both need a poo as well, which is kind of funny. I guess they're, you know, over the years their body clocks have probably synced up. But now they're trapped in here. Can we actually? Is this good enough that we can set the deployment zone? Oh, it is, look. Okay, so protective custody only. Right. Is that going to force our protective custody prisoners to go and live in protective custody? That's the question. I don't think it is. I think they'll still stay in their cells for now, because otherwise they don't have anywhere to live. So, yeah. We fenced off our protective custody. What's going on? What's going on here? Guys? Okay, it looks like Richard Wyatt has possibly been causing some problems. Oh no, look. It's Sequin Dan. He stole 14... He had $14,000 worth of badly managed wigs stolen from him. Which isn't the best, is it? It looks like he got into a little bit of a tussle, though, with Richard Wyatt. Tried to attack a guard. Thought better of it, and now he's been arrested. Okay? So, it serves you right, honestly. Like, trying to attack a guard. What kind of fucking idiot does that? But yeah, so this is going to be protective custody, okay? I talked about having something interesting with protective custody before. So what I think we're going to do, right? All the houses are going to be round the outside of protective custody. They're not going to be big houses, okay? They're all going to be fairly small houses, like almost just the studio apartment houses, if you know what I mean. So we've got to actually think about this. If we did them like that, we could have a little bathroom here, but then they're very cell-esque, aren't they? And of course, this isn't a prison, all right? I have to keep reiterating that point, but this isn't a prison, so we don't want to build them houses that look more like cells than houses, because it's just going to upset people at the end of the day, you know. And we're not here to upset people. We're here to make their lives good and happy and wholesome, and you know, just to look after them, make sure that they can get away from those crimes that they suffered from all those years ago, possibly like last week maybe as well. Now I do notice that if I put this up against the wall, I've got a bit of a problem here, but I think this is okay. All right, if we do some symmetry here, it's not going to be much of a problem that we've got a different gap between the pavement and the houses, and the houses and the houses, if you know what I mean. Especially not as like it isn't going to come up to the air. Oh no. It actually does. Alright, that's pretty nice. I like that. But I've got to make sure that we have actually left enough room for everything here. Okay, so what we're going to do is run our path along like this. 3, 4. Okay, there we go. I wanted to have some stuff in the middle. So I think what we're going to have to do up here is rather than having the tall houses like this, we're going to have long houses. I don't remember how big I made them, but these ones are going to be that big. How big did I make these? 7 by 10. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. I wasn't paying any attention to the numbers, and honestly, that's the worst thing you can do in Prison Architect, because the numbers are there to assist you. Okay, they're there to make your life a little bit easier, and if you don't pay attention to them, you're just going to get lost in a sea of numbers. Shit, where can I build? Game, please tell me. I wish you couldn't plan on water, honestly. Like, it makes sense, maybe in like an alternate dimension where your villagers aren't found with floppy disks on them. But here, it just doesn't make any sense, honestly. Like, you can't build on the water, so why can you plan on the water? It frustrates me no end, honestly. So, if we have a little look at this, we're going to get some paths. We're gonna lead the path around this building nicely like this, okay? And then we're going to bring it down over here, and then maybe all the way down like this. How much space have we left ourselves? I need to do that. Okay. And that, I think that's right. Jesus Christ, this is some meticulous planning I'm having to get on, honestly. I think we need one more house in here. Because honestly, we can't fit a huge number of protective custody people in right now. So maybe if we do that, can we possibly get another one in like here? If you know what I mean? Like maybe if we cut that off, and then did it like that, that could work, couldn't it? That could work. We could do that. That would be a great idea. Oh no, it really wouldn't work actually. Shit. I mean, it would kind of work if we brought it across here. Okay. You know what? It's going to work. I'm telling you, this is going to be a successful plan, okay? This wall needs to come across like that. All right? Now that's a slightly unusually shaped house, but it's okay. I think unusually shaped houses are beautiful in their own way, honestly. Because if without unusually shaped houses, architecture would be boring as fuck. Okay? It really, really would, honestly. So this is what we're going to do with protective custody. In the middle of this space, like I said, we're just going to build like a massive community centre. We're going to build a couple of buildings because we need to have like a community centre, like a restaurant. I don't know, some kind of staff room. I guess we need some kind of staff room as well, don't we? You know what, we're going to take it right up to the edge here. The entrance is going to be this bit, just here, because we've got enough space for that to be an entrance. A nice entrance as well. And, I mean, we could push this house down one. Kind of even things out a bit. I don't know. We'll see. You know what, I think I'm going to do that, actually. I think it just looks a little bit nicer, rather than having that weird little divot at the bottom. Or at the top, or wherever it was. It was on one of the sides. And then, yeah, like I say, community centre, restaurant, kitchen, staff room, that kind of thing. Like, we'll squeeze some of those in over here. They're only going to be small. We're not going to have a lot of staff in here at the end of the day. We're not even going to have a lot of people in here. We might, you know, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 protective custody prisoners in this little sector, all right? Now, if we have too many protective custody prisoners, because we've got 6 at the moment, and that's quite a lot, we'll probably have to build another one of these somewhere else in the prison. In the village. I didn't say prison. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. Looks like the dogs are detecting tunnels. The planning systems are a go-go. Okay. Don't forget to. I don't know why I said that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You know, let me know what you're thinking. How you're finding Morningwood. You know, if you can appreciate it at all, or if you think it's a crock of shit. I don't care. Just give me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, all right? Because I am actually genuinely interested. Yeah, like I say, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, join us in Discord, and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you in the next video.